All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard
line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 39-yard line.
We're set. 19. Alert. Hey, let's get this. 56. That's it. Right there. 26. They're going to need some therapy after this. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's got his tight end, Fant. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
We're ready. Hey, hold on. Stop, big stop. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a give right side. Hawkins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On third down, it's Hawkins, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On first down, it's Watson. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Switch gears. To the court. 59. Check 52. To the court.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, 31. Alert.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They run it with Carson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Hawkins. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First down, Titans.
Ready? Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
On first down, Hawkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
You got him. You got him.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hawkins. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is the tight end Fant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Watson now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for a loss on the play. 3rd and 2, Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Results in a 4th down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They run for it with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them.
Touchdown, Titans! A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown, and the Titans have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Got a man and And it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right. 54. 56. Watch the pass. Out. Mike, 56.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, Hawkins. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's able to find Hawkins. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, defense. He's checking.
Throwing again is Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check 50. 49. Check 49. 31. Kill. 24. Kill. Turn up. 59.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Titan football. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened things up there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
It's now 2nd and 6. 40-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
I got him. Watch the edge.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
On 1st down, it's Hawkins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Play action. Now Jackson lets it go for Nelson. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is it. 19. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check nickel.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10. From the gun, Watson, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendow. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
31. 56. All day, baby, all day.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
54.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
56. 55. Line up.
One last throw here for Watson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take Brown 80. Hey, let's get in that hole.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And some space. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Let's go.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing now is Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time. Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Black 11! 50! Who that?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, here we go. Check 59.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready! Set, 180!
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love